Hi everybody, it's Lindsay, and I'm here to share with you my thoughts about color correctors for fair skin. As you can see, I am very fair. I have nothing under my eyes, just because I'm going to try to illustrate for you a bit of what I think works and what doesn't. I have bags under my eyes and I have natural blue dark circles. They're just genetic. There's nothing I can do to get rid of them. But I do want to cover them as best as I can. And I have found that the best thing for that is a pink color corrector. I have tried a number, most of which I don't love, a couple of which I do. So I'll just give you a rundown. Okay, so first of all, one of the most iconic products is the Becca, now Smashbox color corrector. My jar broke, so I actually have it in this, but this is the Becca pink color corrector. People love this. I do not. The reason that I don't is it is very emollient. It is very, I don't even think I can show you. It's very thick. It's like a very, very heavy cream. And I don't feel like it ever dries down. On skin with fine lines, I don't want it to dry down too much. I don't want it to get like flaky and dry out my under eyes. But if it stays really emollient, it tends to really want to settle into fine lines. So that is not my favorite. I have also tried some liquid color correctors. So my very favorite, best of all time, is the Exa Pink Color Corrector. Love it. It is a perfect match for my skin. I don't need to wear concealer. It dries down without getting too dry. But because I am cheap as anything, I don't love that it's $27 and now you can no longer get it at Ulta. So you have to add shipping to that, which is like another $6 if you buy it from the Exa website. So I was sort of determined to only spend that much if I really couldn't find something equivalent elsewhere. So I went on my search for drugstore price pink color correctors. I have tried Neutrogena, which is too peach, too dark. I've tried the e.l.f. Camo color corrector, which I actually liked the formula of, but it was also too peach, too dark. What I find is that for fair skin like mine, you don't want to go in with this like dark lipstick, red, orange, even peach kind of color corrector. It gives you too much pigment that you then have to cover up with more concealer. So I want something fair. I want something pink. Obviously, if you have more melanated skin, the peach or the orange or even the red might be perfect for you. It's just not for me. My favorite one so far, well, I'll go back one. In my search for pink drugstore color correctors, I have tried the LA Girl one, which a lot of people love. I know it's sort of like a cult favorite because it's, I don't know if it's like $4 or $5. And it comes in so many different shades. I didn't love it. It does dry down very well, but it really dries down to an almost dry finish, which for me, I feel like accentuates fine lines. So my current favorite is the Catrice Under Eye Brightener Instant Awake in the color Light Rose. As you see, it's a pretty good tone for my skin tone. It is pink. It is truly like a pink tone, not too much peach in it. And I'm going to show you this on one side and the Becca on the other, just so you can compare to something that you might have tried before. So, I'm going to take a brush. I like to use a small concealer brush to apply my pot products. And the reason for that is I want to get them very specifically right in those where those dark circles are. I don't want to get anything up here because I want to prevent creasing. I don't care what a concealer advertises to you. I'm with Wayne Goss when he says that anywhere on your face that it moves, that it creases when you smile, talk, whatever, it will crease over time if you have makeup there. So for instance, when I smile, you can see I have all little lines right here, right? I mean, I'm 39. Come by it honestly. It means I've smiled a lot, which is great. But I don't want my makeup to settle in there. So I use a small brush to apply it just only where I need it. And I try to leave the rest of that space that doesn't need color correction or concealer. I try to leave it bare. I also feel like it just ends up looking more natural and nicer throughout the day. So I'm gonna start with the Becca. And I am gonna give Becca even an edge here because as you can see, this side looks darker than this side. So I'm gonna put the Becca on the better side. Okay. I'm gonna use the other side of my brush that I didn't get any product on for the Catrice. Okay, I do have a little healing scar from a biopsy that wasn't cancer. So that's there, that'll go away. All right, now I just tap them in. So when you look at the actual colors of the product, here is the Catrice, here is the Becca. Very similar. I think the Catrice is actually a little bit lighter, slightly more brightening. I, for one, don't want it to be too brightening, like too much white, and I feel like now I've highlighted an area that on more mature skin, I am not looking to highlight my under eyes. I know all the kids are doing that these days, but I feel like that is more likely to accentuate fine lines, so I actually want to match it a little bit more closely to my skin. So I don't use like a very light concealer. My concealer is a pretty good on the light side match for my skin. So that's it. Just quick review. My top products for pink under eye concealers for fair, especially like cool toned skin, you know, with like sort of blue to pink undertones, wouldn't necessarily work if you have olive undertones, but the Exa color corrector in pink is my very favorite, but a close second is the Catrice under eye brightener. With this one, I do feel like I like to put a little bit of concealer over top, which I haven't done. So this is just color correction. And this gets me 90% of the way there just by itself. I do feel like the Catrice settles less into fine lines under my eyes as the day goes on than the Becca. But if Ulta ever brings back the Exa color corrector, I'm quite sure I'll pick up another one.